If I ask myself that question now, I won't be that wrong. But then again, it's an individual choice. It is not an easy thing. If somebody get convicted to something, to convince that person otherwise, it is quite very serious. Because people have accepted their culture, their nature, like they've accepted their skin. You can't easily change that. It takes a lot of, it has to go through a lot of channels. A channel like, squeeze it, what would I compare to? A filtration process. That filtration process, others has gone through filtration process. The blacks, there are some blacks of Africans who went through the filtration process. Those people, those ancestors of mine, I will call today, ended up in slavery. I've got their generations, their offsprings all over the world today. We have people of so many, but today their core religion, core background or culture was in Africa. There are others, Americans or Indians, Red Indians, and there are Indians also, and there are Asians. So many people have gone through filtration process. I call it filtration process. They were going through filtration. If you go through the filtration process, or you've ended up in filtration, but which is still, it still goes on. We are all going through filtration process here and there, because you don't have a choice very much. You have to filter you and make you right. Eventually, you don't become you anymore. You become something else. No matter how. And it's done nicely and very diplomatically and very, innocently done. You won't even realize it. That you are changing face. You are changing to become. You have to change to be something else. And whatever you are, that time was not very good. But sometimes whatever you are was also culture, the same culture. Terrible. So it had to be something like this, which is good. Isn't it? So in the same manner that whatever our ancestors realized, now we are realizing that, okay, it was good. But is it relatable to our everyday life? No. But it has become somebody's culture that person has progressed in life. Today's way of seeing progression, because whatever we have got, we have been told or made to believe that it is progression. Maybe something better is right there before far better than this. But this is what we have, and this is what we have because this is how things turn out. It doesn't make it right, but that is how things turn out. The strong survived. And that is the moment, the age where only the strong will survive, and the age was strongly the more of the acts of the day. And so the strong who survived have thought us and have breathed us and has made that machinery that has invented this filtration thing, which all the weak ones had to go through in order to also become strong, or in order to be able to blend and to accept what life has become for us, or what our newfound life is. So our newfound life is what we are supposed to pick, and the newfound life is basically what the strong that survived, what they have created for us, what they have for us, what they have invented for us, what they have made for us. And so the masters are the strong ones, and the strong ones are those who have their ideas. Sometimes the ideas are picked from all avenues, even from the weak or from whichever format. The ideas is picked from general, and they feel that this is the world we have to live in. This is a better world. This is the changes that happen through that. Now somehow we are supposed to attach some ancestral ways of thinking, ways of doing things, and say that, okay, those are the reasons why they got to that. The strong became strong. Are we supposed to believe that the strong became strong? The strong people or the strong survived only based on religion or based on culture? That their culture made them strong, their religion made them strong? Is that what we are supposed to believe? Is that what you believe? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't think that the culture, because if this is the religion and this is the culture, then surely it wasn't something good. Even though it achieved its aim, it didn't achieve it in the right way. The advices are there. Now the house advices is hitting them back in their own face, because the strong is now is not the same people anyway. So because it has changed face, the generations always, your fathers were strong, they achieved certain things, and the means by which they achieve it, whether through religions or culture, that made them strong to achieve whatever they have achieved it anyway. It has become a benefit. It has become beneficial to their children or their offsprings. So the offsprings are now there. And whatever their fathers did to achieve things, it's now hitting them back in the face. Because you can easily now try to end it or try to make it become something different. You are benefiting from the roots, from the fruits or the good things that has come out of that as a result of that. And so you are equally somehow slightly responsible for keeping it or sustaining the situation, to keep your life going and to have the best of life. But the smartness of it is like you have to then grow up and advance, approach things in a very more civilized way, not to open up the dead carcass or the anger, or to open up anything provocative, of a past, because you recognize it, but you also know that it's past and gone. It's not relevant today. All you have to do is embrace the future. And how do you embrace it? Do you embrace it in a selfish way? No. Then you are provoking. You're bringing people to sort of remember the pain, stay in a comfortable state. And when a human being is in that situation, he's forced to bear grudge. He's forced, because he now realizes that the wounds are being, the wounds that were meant to be dying are being wounded again, So it's sort of, no, why, what is going on? Why are we still struggling? Why should things are going this way? Let's say the story of Moses and the son of Pharaoh. Moses at that time was a child, and he grew up with the son of the Pharaoh. Now the brother and a friend to him is also now the Pharaoh, and the man is dead. So Moses now, if Moses is being remembered, he was treated like a king's son. If he was living there and he's being remembered of his past, of being felt as if he's an infant or he was nobody and they brought him there, how would you think Moses would feel? But if such a thing doesn't come out, and Moses shared the same, privileges that the Pharaoh at that time had, or his friend Pharaoh, the true son of the Pharaoh, is now a king. And somehow Moses is recognized also on the high top ranking office, and he also enjoy, privileges like he enjoys. Why would Moses have anything against his friend? Royalty, he's also part of the royalty. He's also living in there. So there won't be any envy, there won't be any strife, there won't be other. But whereby Moses is remembered, the slightly remembrance of putting him in a very situation where he feels sorry or goes back to feel sad of certain things, then immediately there will be a problem. There will easily be a problem. So we're hoping that isn't the situation, or that doesn't happen. That is what our hopes are. That's what everybody's hopes are. Nothing to remember those things. That if you remember it, is to sort of remember it for the fun of it. For the fun of it, just the fun of it. People even today make jokes of it. If you listen to the rock, Chris Rock and all the rest of the people, they make jokes of some things like this. Sometimes it becomes serious, it becomes jokes, and that's it. They are rich, they are happy, And when you become rich, you are widely accepted by everybody. Almost everybody accepts you. So yeah. So if I pick this book here, I'm not picking on it. in a bad way, because I'm looking